For more on this story, we have Mahmoud Abu Mayala, who is the owner of Cup Foods, and Jamar Nelson, who is the spokesperson for the company. Abu Mayala's employees called the police on George Floyd after he reportedly tried to pass a counterfeit $20 bill at the store. Mahmoud, we really appreciate you being with us. You have the surveillance footages from your store of this incident. Walk us through what happened.
Mr. Floyd, I'd like to say first and foremost, we offer our condolences for the family, for the tragedy that took place outside of our establishment. And we don't know if Mr. Floyd knew that the bill was fake or not. When the clerk accepted the bill, Mr. Floyd left the establishment, and that's when the 911 call was placed.
And what happened from that point when the police arrived? Can you go through that second part?
So I'm speaking on behalf of what I seen on the surveillance because I wasn't present during the tragedy. Mr. Floyd was arrested and taken across the street to the squad car on Chicago Avenue, and he was put inside the squad car, and he was taken from the side he entered to the other side of the squad car, and while he was arrested, he was pinned to the ground with the officer's knee on his neck, and as was shown in the video, it was for over 10 minutes, and he pleaded for his life.
Mahmoud, what can you tell us about this happened right outside of your store? How are you feeling right now about the events that have transpired?
We feel like the energy and the anger and the built-up emotions against police brutality has been getting directed towards us, and it needs to be directed toward the officers that committed the crime. We don't have any way to usually what we see, just a matter of questioning. Where did you get the bill from? How long have you had it? And has it been circulated from anybody else? And they normally put it in a bag and take it.
Right.
Right. I don't think, personally speaking, I don't think anybody, and I can understand how you would want to proceed out of abundance of caution, given that this is right now a legal investigation. You know, I'm just curious with our viewers to sort of capture more of the emotion of this. Mahmoud, your employees who were there and saw this happen, you could hear bystanders on the street pleading for George Floyd's life. What can you tell us just from, I'm not even concerned about the legal aspect right now. I'm just concerned from an emotional standpoint, you know, what that was like for your employees and how they're doing right now, and, you know, what they're thinking now that there has been a firestorm of outrage over this incident that you see not just in Minneapolis with these protests, but across the United States.
Two of my staff went outside. One was my nephew, and another my African-American staff. And my nephew tried to intervene and ask the officer to release his knee from his neck because he couldn't breathe. He was pleading for his life. He was pushed over the curb and pushed again past the curb. And my female employee ended up calling me during the tragedy, and she said, Mike, they're killing him. I said, who are you talking about? She said, there's a guy, they're killing him. I said, make sure you record it and make sure you call the police on the police. And that's when they asked him to get back in the establishment.